Hello everybody, my name's Allison and I'm a YA dark fantasy writer. If you're new here, welcome. We are so glad to have you, and today we're going to be talking about my February wrap-up. So February was a pretty good month in terms of reading and watching things. You don't realize how much 2 days in a month really matters until they're not there. So I feel like if I had 2 more days, I could have finished one more book or watched one more thing. So let's just jump right into what I watched this month. The first movie I watched was The Covenant. If you don't know what The Covenant is, it's about a group of boys who are witches and their families were cursed, so every time they use their magic, they end up killing themselves a little more. So like if you're 34, you're actually at the age of like 90 in terms of like health. So it's a really good movie. I actually credit a lot of it to why I love writing dark fantasy or like that kind of story with stuff that is, or creatures that are in our world, you know, urban dark fantasy. I love writing that. So I really missed watching The Covenant. And I also have Stephen Strait, which a lot of people thought that maybe Stephen Strait would play Jacob Black, which honestly, still to this day, I think he would have been a great Jacob Black because of that movie. But yeah, I love The Covenant. It's like a guilty pleasure movie that I will forever love. The next movies I watched are all of the Hunger Games. I watched every single one of the Hunger Games movies this month and I love them all. I think my favorite Hunger Games movie is still Catching Fire, even though I love the Mockingjay book. I love Catching Fire because I love Finnick Odair so much in that movie, and yeah, oh my gosh. I love those movies so much, and I will watch them maybe twice a year. I'll do a binge of all of them, and I just continue to love them and continue to find new things that I remember that I liked in the books that are in the movies. So I highly recommend, if you haven't binged the Hunger Games lately, go binge those. I'm actually going to reread the books soon because I miss reading the books and I haven't read them since the first one came out. I was reading the first one right before the second one came out, so it's been a long time since I've read those in full, and so yeah, I'm gonna be doing that soon. Next thing I watched is something that I never thought I'd like, but then a YouTuber, kind of a friend, if you want to call it that, online, her name's Courtney Stemple. I really hope I'm saying her name right, but her channel CJ's here on YouTube. Some people might watch her. She's really nice. She has a Twitch stream, and I've been watching her Twitch stream for about a month and a half now. It might already be 2 months by now. I am a subscriber to her Twitch stream, so that just means you pay like $5 a month to get special perks for her Twitch stream, and I love it. I love watching the Twitch stream. She just had like a 3-hour stream where all we did was like talked, and she talked and read the chat, and it's just super fun. I really like watching her stream. She does do like different games, but I don't game. I'm not good at games, but I would love to try. But she streams like Dead by Daylight, Minecraft, just different games that she likes to play, but mostly she talks just to her chat, and she's super nice, and I really liked it. So what I want to do, because Twitch is not just like a gaming stream site, it's a bunch of different things you can do, like talking or like people body paint on there, and I think it'd be really fun to do a writing like sprint or like topic, like live topics on Twitch, that we could have like this little community on Twitch of writing stuff. So if that's something you'd like to see, let me know down below. Honestly, I'm probably gonna do it anyways because I'm really excited to. Now let's move on to what I read in February. I read 3 books. 2 of them were from school and 1 of them was a ARC copy that I got. And then I'm going to tell you what I'm currently reading right now. First thing I read this month was Doll Bones by Holly Black, which I really enjoyed. I thought it was a really good read. Something I would have really liked when I was younger. I really enjoyed it as an older reader as well. I read it for my children's archetypes last final paper. I had to talk about the hero's journey and just the archetypes in that book, and I really enjoyed it. I thought that Holly Black does creepy so well, and she even does creepy for children well. Obviously, she was a co-author of the Spiderwick Chronicles, if anybody remembers those books, because I do. I want to reread those because I remember them being like my favorite books when I was younger. If you want to know more about my thoughts on Doll Bones, I have a spoiler-free review on my website. I'll link it down below and you can read that and see exactly what I thought, and it goes a little bit more into detail than I can go into with a wrap-up. The next book I read was the second Harry Potter for class. Again, I read it for my Children in the Archetypes class, and of course I loved it because I love Harry Potter. Honestly, Chamber of Secrets isn't my favorite book out of all of them, but because I've read the first two in the first 2 months of the year, I'm going to continue to reread them throughout this year because I miss reading Harry Potter, and it's been a hot minute since I've reread the books or the series, and so I'm just going to continue to read them. But obviously I loved it because it's Harry Potter, and who doesn't love Harry Potter? Unless you're crazy. And the last book I read in February was Sherwood by Megan Spooner, which was an arc that her and her publisher graciously sent over to me, and I really enjoyed this. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was a really fun read. It comes out on March 19th, and there will be a spoiler-free review on my website as well, so I will link it there when it's up. It should be up within the next few days. But if you don't know what this book is about, it is a retelling of Robin Hood through the eyes of Marina. I'm going to call her Marina because I think that's her name. But this main character, Marina, was betrothed to Robin Hood when he unfortunately dies in battle, and she goes on and puts on his green cloak and uses his bow and becomes kind of like this masked Robin Hood that everyone's like, oh my gosh, is Robin Hood really dead? Is he not? I don't know. And she just kind of becomes this masked hero that no one really knows where she came from, but she's really awesome. She's a really cool female lead, and I loved it. I love any retelling story. I love Robin Hood, to be specific. Like, I've always loved that story. Any adaptation that is done of the Robin Hood story, I'm like, give it to me, because I don't know, I just have this weird like pull to that story. So I really enjoyed this. Almost forgot to put this in the video. I'm blonde. But another thing I got in the mail in February, which is super exciting, and I was gonna make a whole video on this, but the surprise kind of got ruined because my mom opened the package on accident because she thought it was her package. It wasn't. It's okay. But I got my very first proof of Dark Radiance. It's just black and plain covered because I'm waiting for my cover art, but I really wanted to go into the proofing stage where I just look through the book and see. This is a white colored paper, and I think I'm going to do cream because that's just like standard in traditionally published books, but it's here and it's my baby, and like, look, I'm so excited. I am going to be doing an entire video about proofs and also formatting my book, how I ended up formatting my book, how I decided what the font was and how I wanted the pages to sit, and the sizing, because the sizing was so confusing to me, but I did end up figuring it out, and it looks very nice in the book. Like, everything looks good, everything's sitting well. I also really like my author picture. It's right here. It looks like this, and I really liked it. I didn't know if I was going to use that author picture, but I really do like it. And now I'm going to talk about my current read, which, if again February had 2 more days, I would have finished this, and that is Just for Clicks by Kara McDowell. I'm really enjoying this book. It is all about twin sisters, Claire and Poppy. It's all about their journey through life as famous twins on the internet because their mom was a mommy blogger when they were younger, and now they are icons in the social media world when they didn't really ask for it. And one of the twins loves it and one of the twins doesn't. This copy is signed. It has a little bookmark I'm going to give you guys from the bookstore. It's signed by Kara. I went to her launch party. She's from Arizona, and I love the writing community out here in Arizona. Everyone's so nice, and everyone just really bands together and supports one another. And so I went to her launch party at our local bookstore called Changing Hands, and I got my book personalized signed, and I got this one signed by her to give away to you guys. So if you want to enter a giveaway to win a signed copy of Just for Clicks, go ahead and click the link in my bio. It comes up to my Twitter. I'm giving this away on Twitter, and all you have to do is follow my Twitter account, retweet the tweet, and then if you want an extra entry, you can prove that you're subscribed to my channel, my YouTube channel, and you are following me on Instagram, and you'll get extra entries to win Just for Clicks, and I will send this to you. So that is all that I read and watched in February. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below what your favorite read or favorite thing you watched this February was. Don't forget to go enter that Twitter giveaway so you can win that super cool signed Just for Clicks book, and I will see you next time, loves. Bye. This is what happens when you're the size of like a 2-year-old. Nothing ever fits correctly.